Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the African Crypto Warlord Show. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, or this evening for me, what I will be looking at is some Ethereum. Given it is the second strongest boy or token in the market, we expect a lot from it in the sense of its direction. So if it gets weaker, does Sol get weaker? Or what's the situation? But in our previous analysis, what we can see is that in comparison to the 7-day on Bitcoin, Ethereum is sort of now getting stuck in between a negative drift range. So this is technically a +1 blue line, but it's below the 0. Okay, so generally what I would say is any pumps out of here, they get scalped. So if there was an upside target that Ethereum wanted to go for, from this blue line has to break through $2,078. 25.41, and then the mean reversion play is to 2708 until stated otherwise. What states otherwise is when we have zero volatility. So currently we haven't had zero volatility to throw on and get a new range in this cone. Okay, so just for now I will demarcate this as this is general range, 30% to the downside in the 7 days and 21%. But if it does hold above there, you look at a mean reversion play. Given it is inside these pink bands, this is usually the range. Okay, so that's about 150% from this one to this one, but that's only if it gets through the mean. Okay, and that price is at $3,000, just call it 220. Alright, so that's just the general range. So what are we going to do from here? We're going to go look at the general direction of volatility. Okay, hold up, come on. We're going to go look at the general direction of volatility on Ethereum and get an understanding of what's happening. Because if it fails here, it wants to go to this pink line. If it holds above here, it wants to go to that blue line. So there's like more than 20% moves. Alright, so what can we see? Just on the 7-day, we are having some mean reversion. So if you guys do trade the weekly, just on the 7-day, we are having some mean reversion. What sort of stops it to the downside is this target. Any closes above here will maintain would be bullish, but as you can see, it wicked underneath. That's pretty bearish. So if it closes above, we look for in the long term target to 2,253. If it closes below and has this mean reversion phase pull through, then we look for a target at $16,025. Sorry. Now we're just going to pop into 21 day. I'm going to do a quick shuffle. That's holding up price over there, mean reversion coming through, and we have expansion that stopped expanding to the upside. We have some positive drift coming through, hidden with a hidden bear. What holds that is this range here, similar to BTC, 1825. Alright, any closes above 1825 should help with a bullish posturing on the 14-day. Given we are having sell signal and a sell signal here, that closes below there will confirm these sell signals. Okay, 7-day. We have a little bit of confusion, but stuff's quite positively correlated. 7 days mean reverting down. What sort of saves this price action? Obviously there's these the levels that I can throw in here, but there's a zone of liquidity at 1713 and a 1789 flush of any leveraged longs if it was to save this mean reversion. Okay, now we have the 5-day, 5 days, any closes below 1975, I would look for a long-term mean reversion play back down to 1775. Furthermore, if it fails there, 1369. Okay, I want to throw these reverse wave trends on. Okay, so this will be cool. Technically, it's a little bit bullish because we are mean reverting down on the 5-day, but we're holding above the mean. Spaghetti noodles are on. How long until this is? This is 3 hours until the new 5-day. So I think the next 5-day will be quite important. Let me just throw this on. This is the 24-hour distribution cone. Any closes below this level here, you will look for a continuation down to those targets that we're pretty much pulling up. Let's say this side 1659, we saw in there it's 1669. Any closes above 1877, you can look for targets to 2,122. Okay, back to where it pretty much got hammered. Now this is the range. This is the range that it gets trapped in on the 24-hour distribution cone, just to let you know. Its mean reversion play is skewed, as we have monitored previously, back up here at 5 grand. Currently, if it was to pump from any one of these lines down here, it can get scalped by this pink line, because that hasn't broken previous highs yet. Not yet. Mean has now broken previous highs. Okay, so I want to note that for just future observation. Maybe it's a last flush down to 1480, but I don't know. But what will come from that, any closes below 1881, I look for continuation to 1659. Any closes above 1881, I look for continuation to 2133. So that could be, as you see, it takes 5 days. We have 5 days printing. In 4 hours, 12 hour has a bull div. Okay, now BTC is sort of doing the same thing, but what I observed on the BTC, any closes below 1904 BTC's mean will also be just a little bit higher than this. Any closes below that, I do look for another test down here, given that the reverse wave trend is starting to point down. We do have some bullish posturing with mean reversion to the upside, so there's a little bit more pushing from the 12 hour, you could say. Sorry, I should have done the daily. Come quickly. So there's a little bit of bullish posturing from the 12 hour. Let's see if the daily has opportunities. Not yet. No clean signal, only mean reversion play. It will be true if you start closing above 1881, as we have demarcated. Alright, so that will get the legs if the next candle closes above 1881. For tomorrow, there's spaghetti buy over here. This is going to be the region 1881 that it's going to have to fight over. Alright, furthermore, 1902 for a wick. This is, so given that there's a mean reversion here and we're at the bottom side of the reverse wave trend, it loses its legs as soon as it starts to get to 19. I'll just say from the last, we'll put it at this touch, at about 2 grand. Okay, because this mean reversion plays so far out, the outlier event will more than likely occur here on the 12 hour, and then it really runs through, and that's the next stopping power. What we will do is you'll put on VRE levels as we start to drop in. 6 hour, similar effect, 1916. Sell signals are already sort of flashing on. Mean reversion play is through. Let me put these guys on. So also coming in this region, reverse wave trend has caught it on the 6 hour. Alright, so I didn't display this reverse wave trend in the BTC mean, but as you can see, that's what's caught that. Any closes above 1863, look for continuation with mean reversion. Decent follow through, maybe long term, if you start closing above 1865, at least to 1918. Alright, higher time frames, they are looking a bit bearish, considering this has been a big drop down here on the left, but mean reversion plays are plays to be had. Okay, so any closes above 1886, we start looking for the 19th. This is on the 3 hour. Let me throw some VRE levels on. Anything, so she broke the V there. Okay, so we have a weekly mean up here, a new one that has not been touched, at 1936. Alright, that's been hit. And then we have, this is current, the range of Ethereum is 1682 to this week at 1933. Okay, so any closes above 1881, as we pretty much stated, will more than likely have stopping power here. There's a 3 hour reverse wave trend up in this region here on the left or the right, whichever side you're looking at, you'll be able to see the price structure. Okay, so those are 2 points that the math has come in. I'm guessing that there's going to be a shit ton of liquidity there. Let's go hunt it on the 90-minute. Breakout range is 1881, pretty much as we demarcated. Alright, so we know anything above 1881, we can look for continuation, maybe into the higher 19s. Okay, 90-minute, here we go. Things starting to cap at 1884 if it does have the legs. So this is on the 45-minute, which is pretty much still the same one as this, a little bit closer, zoomed up. So 1883, as you see, if it hits 1883, it still keeps, right now it still has a lower high. Alright, from this one, which happened pretty much exactly 24 hours ago. Okay, so if it comes up, fails to break through 1883, it's still sitting in a lower high. There's bear divs rolling in, so we'll more than likely find that there's positive drift or something pushing it up over here. There you go. So contraction and volatility was positively correlated, that's what's keeping it up. They're gonna have to flip the book. Now we're pretty much at the previous daily mean. That's why there will be some slowing down or some collecting of profits in this region. So I'll expect maybe a little pullback from this region back to 1850 by the time this video is uploaded. If it fails there, to be chasing somewhere into 18, I'll just put halfway 1840. That could be a contention zone, or by the time it's uploaded it will be here. Let's see if I can guess that. So there's a mean reversion play right here at 1850. So more than likely by the time this video is uploaded, 1850, we have some spaghetti dumps, and it could push it back all the way down to 1817. 18, this is the daily mean. Over here, the daily bread. Head, shoulders, knees, and 1846 screws you. Anyway, so there's a few targets here just for a little bit of downside. Let's measure down, see if I was to get it from here. That is just shy of a 1% move, and anyway, to manage you'd have to start looking for a short from here. Obviously, if this doesn't fall through, what I would do, let me make this quick, and I'd say any breaks above here, I'll look for continuation up. Otherwise, I'd start filling at this orange line, looking to take profit somewhere here. Let's just to scalp that sucker real quick. 1 minute, anything good that we can give? Nothing as of yet, or confused. Sort of, if it's confused, there is opportunity for hidden bull div at 1856. So we have been saying 1856, any closes above 1863, we can look for continuation, at least back into this red line. Furthermore, there's a weekly mean up here, $30 high. Has to break 1835 in order to do so. If it doesn't, it has a hidden dead div forming on the 6 hour and above. I hope that was helpful. Please do smash the like and subscribe button with your face. African Crypto Warlord out. We'll leave you the toning for our coin as it says 1881. Then we look for 2117. Otherwise, failure at 1881. We're gonna look for 1468. What stops it? A 1662. Shunk. As you can see, this reverse wave trend is sort of in this region as well. Okay, this reverse wave trend is just on the upside of that. Our mean is currently just below this. So you creep this mean through the reverse wave trend, you look for continuation up. Anyway, much love, African Crypto Warlord out.